Good morning, YouTube family and friends. Hope you had a good week. My week was, it was an adventure. This is put it that way. Today is Saturday, November 23, 2024. This is my week 35 results of being back on Mounjaro, and I'm going to give you updates to my symptoms and insurance updates and blah blah blah. Oh boy, I have new symptoms for generalized myasthenia gravis, my autoimmune disease that I've been struggling with this past year, diagnosed with this past July. so, uh, my voice it comes and goes. That's one of the new, not really new symptoms, but more strong symptoms. Uh, let's go ahead and get into that. I left a message with my neurologist, and I'm waiting for a reply back from him. The new symptom is I feel like I got mucus or saliva or something building up in the back of my throat. No, me swallow, like I just try to swallow. Sometimes you get extra saliva in your mouth, or if you're sick, you have a runny nose or something, and you get like snot or this extra fluid back in your throat, and you swallow it because you can feel it. You can feel something in the back of your throat building up. So it's like that. But when I swallow, it doesn't go away. And when I try to look for it in the mirror, I don't see anything. But it's there. That sensation is there, and I just can't get rid of that sensation. And at night, a lot of times this happens beforehand, during the day as well, especially if I overexert myself. I'm laying down and my breathing feels fine. I don't feel like I have any restrictions, with my diaphragm. Like I can take deep breaths just fine, but it's the feeling in the back of the throat. It's like it feels like it's a little restraint. Like I said, like if you're sick, if you ever got sick where your breathing was a little affected, if you ever had bronchitis, I've had bronchitis before. It's like it feels like the back of your throat is closing up a little. Your airway is closing up a little bit. But I said I don't feel like I'm struggling breathing, and I don't feel like I'm choking. I don't have those sensations, thankfully. But it just feels like, especially when I'm lying down. If I'm lying down at night in my bed, it just feels like I don't have the full capacity to take a big breath in. It feels like it's restricted. I said the restriction is not coming from here. I feel like I have the ability to breathe just fine from this aspect, from my diaphragm aspect. It feels fine. The restriction is coming from my throat area, my back of my mouth. That feels like the restriction. It's so weird. Uh, it, it drives me this having the feeling of mucus or saliva or something build up in the back of your throat. I have to keep trying to swallow it, have the sensation go away, and it doesn't go away. It drives me nuts. But and I said when I'm breathing, it just like I said I don't feel like my breathing is restricted. But if that feeling I get just breathing regularly, it just feels like that airway is a little restricted, but thankfully not enough. I'm not sick, but it feels like when you have like a head cold or something and your breathing is affected a little bit. If you, I hope you understand what I'm trying. It's hard to explain. I hope you understand what I'm saying. But I'm not sick. I haven't been sick in weeks, so it's not. I don't think it's that. It's just that. Oh, even now I can feel it in the back of my throat. But I don't see any. I don't see any extra saliva or fluid or anything built up back there, but the sensation is there. It drives me nuts. And uh, also, I took a fall this week. Uh, I think I pushed myself too hard, which I don't know how, but it was Thursday, just Thursday afternoon. I was working. I work from home on Thursdays and Fridays, and at lunchtime, I decided to do some raking of leaves in the front yard. So try to keep up on it. I'm not kind of almost instantly. I was just, when you rake, you do the rake, you do this motion right in here. Just feel like even just it was almost right away, but it's almost like if you ever lifted weights too long or you went too hard on the weights and you get that soreness sensation. That's what I felt almost instantly just by doing that motion. Even just doing this motion right now, I feel it right in this upper area. But I pushed through it. It didn't get worse, thankfully. But the pain, not really pain, but the soreness, fatigue set in right away. But it seemed like it had a ceiling to it. So it was soreness, but it didn't take me to a point of I had to stop. So I just powered through it. But I tend to do that a lot too. Just trying to clear my throat. And though that almost feels like there's nothing there to clear. I don't know. But anyway, so I got done with the front. Still had some room left in my recycle bin. So I was going to hit the side of the house because the side of the house, in between the houses, there's not much room, but it's like a wind tunnel and the leaves just like to pile up there. So but anyway, I was wheeling the recycle bin to the side of the house, and I went through the fence gate. As I was going through the fence gate, I was pushing. It's a big recycle bin. It's on wheels. That part has wheels. And dummy me, I didn't close the lid because it has a big lid that just kind of flaps in the back as you're pushing it. And push it the wheels are only in the back part. You have to kind of lift the wheelbarrow, lift the bin up a little bit to push it. And of course, the lid is in the back, just flapping in. As I was pushing it, it flapped, and I accidentally stepped on the lid, which would have been fine, but as I stepped on the lid, I had got a major pain in my calf. Oh my god, it was like a calf cramp, but the pain was there. I was like, oh my god! So I tried to use my other leg, set my other leg back down to balance myself, and a major pain cramp in my other calf happened, and I didn't have enough strength in my legs because of the pain, or I don't know if it's because of the gMG, because my legs were feeling a little weak as well, just by raking the leaves, the front yard. At that time, I had spent about 20 minutes raking. So my legs were getting sore, which I don't know why. I was just walking. Most of the work was on my arms for the rake and build. Of course, I guess I got my piles of leaves built up. No, I had to bend over to pick up the leaves. So maybe the up and down motion with my leg muscles caused them to be weak. But anyway, I didn't have enough in me in my legs to keep my balance and keep me upright. And I think a lot of it had to do with the pain in my calves. Oh my god, that major cramp. It was almost like it felt like a cramp, but it felt worse than a cramp. It was just the pain in both my calves, and I started to fall forward, and I tried to catch with my arms. I had arm on the bin and an arm on the fence. So I was walking right through the gate, so I had the fence right here on my right side, and I tried to use my arms to keep me up, and my arms just didn't have enough strength to hold my body up. So I fell forward into the bin, hit my knees. You can see it got a bruise on my wrist because I try to, just trying to catch myself on the bin. I think I ricocheted off the bin, or I don't know. I honestly don't know where that bruise came from. Somewhere along the way when I fell. But anyway, of course the bin, as I was trying to use it to catch myself, the bin was flying forward on the wheels. So it's kind of like going downward and out. So it's like I was going down with it. I hit my head on the bin going down. Thankfully, the bin was moving at the same time forward, and I was moving forward, so it was more of a ricochet. So it wasn't like a hard impact stop. It was kind of like I flowed with it. So as I was hitting my head on it, I was flowing with it. So it was more. It was more, it was more of a graze. It was more of a graze. But yeah, my head's it's been 2 days. My head is still sore. I just came out of the shower, and as I wash my head, rubbing my head to wash it. Yeah, it's a little right in this area. It's tender to touch a little bit, but I scraped my calf area because I think that rubbed against the lid when I fell down. It scraped on the plastic lid from my bin, so I cut myself a little bit. My knees are sore. My calves are still not fully recovered. My calves still have a little pain to them. But yeah, that was an adventure. So whether gMG officially caused me to fall, or was it just my stupidity and not having the bin lid closed as I was trying to use it, and of course stepping on the lid was what caused me to fall. But the gMG, my muscle weakness due to the amount, a little bit of exercise I was getting from raking the leaves, get enough strength out of my legs, so I wasn't able to catch myself from falling. Whether it's have enough leg strength because of the cramping in my legs, my calves, or I didn't have enough strength in my arms because they were weak from all the raking had already done, and so they weren't strong enough because I should be able to catch myself, you know. But then again, I haven't lifted weights in almost a year, so I'm sure the muscles in my arms have gone away, a lot of it. My arms definitely aren't as big as they used to be because I haven't been to the gym in almost a year. So, but anyway, that is my new symptoms for my generalized myasthenia gravis. Uh, I, with the insurance company, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I got assigned a nurse advocate free of charge. It comes with my insurance policy. So I now have a nurse advocate with Blue Cross Blue Shield. And I talked to her for a couple times this week for a good hour each time. And she says it's not them that's denying my Vyvgart infusion treatment plan for my gMG. That's forced me to go on a steroid. They're not the ones denying it. And the sleep apnea device, the Inspire device, that's the electrode device that gets implanted. I thought that was weird that the device itself and the wires go up my neck got approved, but me getting the procedure to actually get it implanted was denied. My nurse advocate says that my company, I work for Farm Credit Services of America, and our health insurance plan is through the Farm Credit. It's through the Farm Credit Foundation. What Farm Credit Foundation handles all the Farm Credits Association's insurance plans. So it's like one big bundle for all the farm credit associations in the country. It's through the Farm Credit Foundations, and they contract out with Corlan. The company name is Corlan. I think it's Corelan, I believe is the spelling. But anyway, she said Farm Credit Foundations contracts through that company to handle a lot of the pre-authorization, review, acceptance, and denials. So She said it's them that's denying it, and they follow the plan that they have contracted out with foundations for what gets approved and what doesn't get approved. All the rules get set. So she said that's why it's you see that you got approved for the device, the Inspire device itself. You got approved for that. That's because they didn't have to go through this Coralon company. She said that was strictly a Blue Cross Blue Shield decision, and they approved me for it. But the actual procedure, the, the procedure to get it installed was was a decision by them, by this Coralon. So yeah, so she said it's not them. So it's not Blue Cross Blue Shield. So okay. So and they they did deny the new appeal, Coralon. So they appealed that ENT did for the Inspire device was denied. So I guess there's not much else we can do. Uh, my neurologist is going to talk with her, but she said that the neurologist should have received all the information on what they want me to do beforehand to get qualified for the Bivcard treatment plan. So that's that. So okay, let's talk weight. I had good news on scale this week. Last last week I had weighed 241, 240 this week. So I lost 1 pound. I finally lost, broke the bad streak. So 240, lost 1 pound. So that puts my 35-week journey, yeah, +4. So gain 4. So good news there. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna check my blood. I did get new batteries installed, so I'm just gonna do this and not talk. Try to give my chance to relax. 90, 97. Last week, 96. Okay. So starting 7.5 this week. I had a 2.5 left, and I have tons of 5 left. So I'm just going to do both to do 7.5. And I did get my 7.5 syringes this week. So I got 4 of those now. So I'm just going to do these 2 to use them up, to get rid of two of them, to get some room in my fridge. So let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. That's what I got. That's what I got for you. So, all right. Have a good day.